shouldn't have been doing that. Look. Okay, so today's upload is going to be Breaking Bad, Season 4, Episode 9, titled Bug, I believe. Is it 9 or 8? It'll be in the description. So this one is really layered, which sublime is the best word to describe this one. Because I came into this episode thinking, okay, we're going to have another... Because this one seems like it will be a season finale, just from my point of view. There's so many things that I've wanted to see in this series happen in this episode. Well, one thing in particular. It's a fight between Mr. White and Pinkman. Happens close to the end. It's just... I was like, how long is Pinkman going to take... How long can he take that abuse from Mr. White? But I didn't think they would ever fight. I wanted to see them fight, but I didn't think they would ever fight. And... Because Mr. White has put Pinkman in quite the situation. He wants him to kill Gustavo because he can't get close to Gustavo. But that's why he put all that burden on Pinkman. I just was waiting to see what that character was going to do in that situation. And they had a fight. Oh man! And they kept the fight. The fight was so realistic between two people who've never had any training. Watching them tussle and wrestle around. The only thing that kind of got him, that kind of suspect, but it's because I've done it a couple of times, the trap and roll and the mount. When he's on top of him and he's throwing out those punches, he does a classic trap and roll, but without grabbing him to switch positions, which I'm like, okay, that's choreographed. Of course it's choreographed. And they do a good job of making it seem like they're two novices fighting, because he's down there trying to choke him with one hand, but he's within range of Pinkman to punch. So Mr. White punches him, Pinkman punches him. But of course, Mr. White's a cancer survivor. There's no way he can have enough stamina to outlast Pinkman. You know what I mean? And Pinkman beats his ass, which I thought was funny. Oh, and you knew he was going to say it, but there's like a exchange with them at the end of it. He knew exactly what Pinkman was going to say, and when he said it, it was so rewarding just to hear that. Oh man, that was hilarious. So, also, I'm trying to think. Yeah, so I don't want to give away too much of the episode, because these are, I think these uploads, any upload I do as far as a review of a series or a movie, I'm only doing it to kind of like relive it, I guess, and also to get whoever watches this interested in it. I'm gonna try my best not to give away, like, not to spoil it too much, because I think there's something you can get as a viewer from watching watching a show for the first time and seeing it and hearing it and being like, wow. But this is a quality episode. I rank this episode pretty high in all the episodes I've watched. So, Mr. White's in a situation with Hank, of course. They go and retrieve the tracker from the last episode, and of course, Gustavo's had somebody just travel back and forth from home and work, or use somebody else's car, and he probably did it. Whatever the case. On that track, it only appears that all he does is go back and forth to work. But then Hank's like, no, 14, okay. He starts using his detective mind. He's being really tenacious. And now he's found a facility that distributes all of the product to these different locations. But that's where Mr. White cooks the product at. So Mr. White has to try to combat the tenaciousness, but he can't. So he figures out a way to get Hank to calm down for at least 2 days. Then he learns Mike. I finally remember the guy's name. Mike is Gustavo's head enforcer. So he finally gets, after he gets Hank to kind of cool down for 2 days, he informs Mike. And for some reason, this is the part that makes it unbelievable, in my opinion, because they would never do that. They move all the product out of that facility and clean it. Like, no, that wouldn't happen in real life. You would just eliminate him. He's not really that powerful. He's just the brother-in-law of your top chemist. So whatever, like, deal with it. It's like, and by now, oh my God, And by now, they should have enough video footage to recreate these damn cooks anyway. Well, they call them cooks. They should have enough video surveillance in order to recreate the process so they can continue to cook without him. So if he has a problem with it, eliminate him. I mean, I'm not a cold person, but on paper that makes a lot of sense. Would I be able to do that? Of course not. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not into that world. Come on, man. This is a fictional show. I love it though. So I'm trying to think what else happened in this episode. So after that, all gets settled. I already talked about the fight between Pinkman and Mr. White. Something I'm just gonna leave out. Like I said, I just don't want to give away too much. I don't want to spoil too much of the episode. So what else can I talk about that happened in this episode? Oh, do you want to talk about the reappearance of Mrs. White's old boss? Jesus Christ. To see his face, I was so surprised to see his face walk into that car wash. And thank God. But overall, it proved my point right. I said, I know somehow, some way, all the money that they're bringing in, Mr. and Mrs. White, somehow, some way, they're going to wind up paying that guy. Somehow he's going to wind up getting some of that money. And they're hinting at it so hard because Mrs. White is now in trouble because she was doing the books for him, but he was embezzling money, I think is the word. So, but she signed off on a lot of the stuff. So now she's in trouble. Now if she gets in trouble, the whole castle falls down because she's laundering money through this new business. So it's like, oh my God. But she's so smart. You know what? I give so much props to her. I know I've been on a roller coaster ride, to say the least, with this character. But man, she's top notch, dude. She walks into the office. Now he's being audited by like a federal employee or something like that. And he has no answers to anything he's saying. She walks in there with this tight push-up pink bra, gold big earrings, high heels, short skirt, acting ditzy as all get out. You know, transvestite, borderline amounts of makeup. Just, oh my God. And she hints at a sexual relationship between him and her. She plays the dumb card so well. And they get off. They get off with it. But he's like, she starts telling him XYZ, and he's like, XYZ, I've done that a long time ago. You know, and just to push home or add more emphasis to the fact that he's really broke, he hops in a Geo Metro and drives off. I love it. You know what? I love that. That is perfect. A Geo Metro. It's a really cheap car for anybody who's not in the know. But man, I love it. I love that. That is such a great episode. Such a great episode. But like I said, they hint at the fact that she may be paying off, but it's not the amount that I thought it would be, because when she starts working back under him again, she finds out that it's $1 million that's missing, but all he owes in back taxes or something like that is like $600,000, and she's like, nah. I mean, I'm like, they got that. They got more than enough to pay off that, but I don't know how they're gonna make that work. That money can't just appear out of nowhere, out of thin air, supposedly. But she has to do it, or she gets put under suspicion, and she can't be put under suspicion because she's laundering all of Mr. White's money through that car wash. But thankfully that her old boss doesn't know that she owns the car wash. She thinks that she just works at the car wash, which is terrific. Think I'm stupid all you want to, bro. It doesn't matter. Or think I'm lowly. Think I'm a lowly position all you want to. That's perfect. Another thing, I'm thinking that car wash should get robbed. I don't know. I want to see that happen later on in the series. Now that one of my predictions is being hinted that it may come true, that somehow the Whites were going to have to pay that guy. I knew it. I just knew it. I knew it was going to happen. But now I'm interested to see that. So much so that I'm really debating on whether or not I should watch the next episode today and post another video. I just want to watch it. The only reason I would post a video after I watch it, because if I wait another week to post it, I probably would have forgot. You know what? I think I will do another video because I missed who knows how many weeks here and there just because of life in general and the state of the world. Put it that way. All right.